Yes.
Admit everybody. Okay, good. Okay, so thank you everybody. This is I think, our fourth talk for the week, and we're joined by Mattia, and we're lucky to have him today with us. He's someone that's been quite new, that's come across my eyes, because obviously the internet's big and the Instagram's huge. And it's every so often you meet someone's work that you find interesting, engaging, and and finding good opportunities to for them to share it. And we're lucky if people find the time to share with us. So we're blessed, and we're lucky to have you. So thank you for joining us. And I know it's summer and everyone's sort of on holiday. But what before you start, what I'd like you to do before you share your screen is just give us an overview of a little bit of your
Yes.
journey from beginning to where you are now.
Yeah. Okay. If you want, I share now or
You can talk a little bit and share in a minute if you want, but
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for invitation. Thank you, Fida, for invitation. Me too. I see the Fida Instagram, and I see very beautiful. I other artists, I, uh, art, uh, the similar style like me. Very, for me, interesting. Uh, as my work, one PDF with my work. I share. If you, I am in French, so I have only internet with the phone. If you are the problem with hear me, stop me, or write me, okay?
Yes, we just noticed it went a bit bad for a bit.
Okay, perfect. So the screen is share.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. So this is my presentation. I am Mattia Riami, and I am from Italy. I am an illustrator and graphic designer. I live in the Venice, is a very magic city, unique in the world. And I study in Venice. I study in the art school of Venice. And later I went to in Milan to the IED, Institute European of Design, where I specialized in illustration and to animation, but on particularly with illustration. And after the university, I started to work with um, fashion world, in particularly for United Colors of Benetton, is a very famous brand in Italy, colorful and famous brand in Italy. And at the same time, I work with my illustration personal project, and after a while, I decided to leave Benetton for start working full time freelance illustrator. So today I work only just freelance illustrator and work with editorial and advertising or commercial project. On Plus, this year I started teaching illustration and graphic design at the comics school in Padua. is a little town in Veneto. And on Plus, I am represented in the worldwide by Salzman International. Richard Salzman is an American agent, and I have a new agent, very young new agent in China, but she live in French. In this moment, I am in French because my girlfriend is French, so I go a lot in French on French. So sorry for my English because I am in mind the French is the other language. It is very difficult, but I hope is good.
Good.
Okay, thank you because I don't see you, so thank you. I start with my artistic statement. My artistic statement, I really, in general, I really love drawing the human figures, especially the portrait and emotion. I love the human emotion, and I try to show the signs that feeling lives on the skin, on the face. I really love drawing the ends. On my work, you can see a lot of big ants because I don't know. I love drawing like that, and my goal is to show human fragility using normally I using a black line like this. This is a portrait of Totò. Is a very old Italian actor from Naples. This black line is my way to drawing the shape, and yeah, and I using the acrylic with the water for creating a little contrast down, and yeah, I am on page for the client is a selection. I work with editorial like the magazine. In this case, we have Bastille is a French magazine. Vanity Fair is very famous magazine. American Scientific and other. On the right, we have a selection of client, commercial client is enterprise and label of wine, label of beer, advertising, etc. This is the first work I want to show you is a selection. Allora, the first group is a part of series of my personal exhibition is called Summer, Estate, Summer. I created last summer and I show in the September at the gallery Garce Marion is Garance and Marion is one gallery in Venice, and the owner is French. Beautiful illustration gallery in Venice, about 30 artists, and the two curators organized many activities for us, like residence and exhibition, like this. For this, I show you two guys. For this show, I had completely freedom to create what I wanted, and I choose to tell you the story of summer in Venice. For me, is Venice, but I tried to show a summer that could be belong to anyone. But for me, is in Venice. I illustrated the young people of Venice who maybe the summer spend time at the lagoon of Venice with the small boats. Um I am also small boats in Venice, boats, and for me is very interesting because I try to um, drawing in their eyes. I see a spark of life and future, but for me is feeling of melancholy, maybe a little. And this is another works from this exposition. To the left, we have one guy with one ice cream. On it, in Italian, the name of the ice cream is anice. In English, I think is anise, anise
Yeah,
maybe. Is a very blue ice cream. Is anise, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay, thank you. And yeah, I love this ice cream because my grandfather used to buy it for me in Venice, and I remember how the blue ice cream melted down of my arm, like the two children in the right side. For me is a very image is very this image is very kindful because is two children with the same ice cream and typical beach shoes we all had uh, in Venice. Okay. Yeah. Eh, only the artwork is in the summer. Okay. This is the girl. For me is one girl we see in the left coming out of the water of the lagoon. We hair is pushed back, and I love the look look with this girl. For me, is maybe is in love with the other boys to the right. Maybe I like inventing a little story for this exhibition, but the mood is this summer in love and the beach, the sea, the water, maybe at in Venice, but around the world. This is another part of my work is painting. I love painting because is another art from I really love because it's giving more freedom. Illustration, often having to follow instruction, but with the painting, I can do what I feel, and I really love the style coming with the movies, 50s movies. So I like drawing and painting the style like 50s, and the lighter the cigarette. I don't smoke a lot, but I love the imagine like one cigarette and smoke. So the painting is another part very important of my work, totally freedom. And the other guys the name is blue guy, blue boy, but is another boy like these guys. Maybe from Venice is my imagine. And this is another project, very freedom and artistic. Is a project with human body moving through space. Space in this project is the key word because the exhibition include 9 artworks, and I show in important gallery in Treviso. Treviso is in the Veneto region, and the space for the exhibition called Spazio Solido, space solid. The space is created by the architecture, so the shape is like a cube, and for me is very important in this project. Created the relationship between the body and the space. Uh, how the body moves in the space too large or too big. So this is only 3, but I make 9 artworks. To study movement, I watched videos of one Japan dance. The name is Botu dance, a very slow and emotional typic dance of Japan. And the title of my exhibition is Spazio Corpo, which means space body, for the relationship with the body and the space. This is another project in illustration, is called Not Just Word, is a little guide to share culture. So I made this for Feltrinelli Education, is house of edition in Italy, and Valore D. Valore D is another client. It involved 15 illustrators, and each of us had to illustrated one word, and for help people to think outside the box. And my word was stereotype. So make one illustration with the word stereotype is not easy. I don't want using stereotype, so I thinking a lot, and in the end I made these images with a group of people, like stereotype. The Italian is the first with pizza and coffee. The French is the second. The woman like this, like a desperate housewife, and the black guys with the music inside. But in the reflection on the water is only equal, is only just people. So for me, this is representation of selected only the stereotype, just people. It's not easy make this work. And the poster is another of my favorite type of work because it's very freedom, it's very powerful, colorful, and the image is direct. For this project, the challenge is uh, was to illustrate the jazz music without using the music icons or the music instrument. So it's very difficult, and I choose the abstract art for because for me the jazz music is very spontaneous, is very abstract. So I using the abstract for make this poster and have the perfect solution for me. And the next project is one cover for one magazine. In Italy, we have many magazine inspired by the New Yorker. And one of these is from Naples City. And the Naples City asked me to create a cover, and I choose the pizza because the pizza is the typically food from Naples and is an icon. So for me, this is a interesting project I make with the Napolitaner. I um, you it's all good. The sound,
Yep, it's getting
yeah.
better. Yep, it's getting
Okay,
good.
okay, perfect. I return. Okay, and for my process, I have a very different mm, ways of working, depending on the project. For personal project, I usually don't make the sketch or mm, studies, but I make immediately paper because it's personal, so I make immediately when I want. And I'm starting with the final work using graphic pens with quick and expressive line, very spontaneous, and add the colors with very diluted mix. Is not watercolor, but is acrylic. I I take one glass of water. This is the first process for me. Very second is the process because it's a for commission, both digital and commercial. My one is more detailed because and I do follow the client client point. I started by making three sketches. Each show different ideas because based what the client wants, and the client choose the sketch.
Oh, I think have we lost him?
Mm?
Are you back,
Okay.
Mattia? It cut out.
Okay. We are online.
I can see you, but it cut out. So if you share your screen again,
Okay. Now.
let's have a look. It was all going good.
Mm.
But the nice thing is your face looks like an impressionism painting. So it's all nice
Ah,
and so
okay.
you've got an impressionistic face.
Ma how how internet okay? The
It's,
connection.
it's it's not sharing, but I can see we have a picture of you, but I think it is sharing. Maybe stop sharing and reshare again.
Okay. Okay. Because here internet is not good. Mm. Okay. Okay. Now,
I
yes.
can I can see me.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. Sorry. Okay. So for the second process, you hear me?
Yep, I can see you and I can hear you.
Okay. And this is this part you
We saw,
are
yep, we saw this
okay.
one.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So for the second process is more difficult because we have the action of the client, uh, three different sketches for research ideas, and the client choose sketches, and then I created from the and the last process for me is more interesting because it's free, like painting, like the first process, personal. And this is the mixed medium because in this process, uh, to the left, we have one really project for one paper, um, and on the right, we have only part I make with free hands or with paper. The circle and the star is with cut paper. The other is chalk or brushes, and I make only this with the scanner, and I created the mixed in on the left. So is very natural because is only original only by free hands, but with the technology and with the digital, I can change the colors or mix the elements. So is a very interesting opportunity, and for me drawing with free hands, and for the client for have exactly the color want or the position for the element. So I like so much this technique. For me is the best for the project. Okay, live event. I going a lot with like event. I often then part in like event, mostly uh, festival. There I draw I draw all day in front of the people or painting on walls as a part of the event. Sometimes festival ask me to drawing live on my iPad like this. And I connected my iPad to a big screen to so people can see my drawing on direct. In the end, I do a short talk about my work. For me, live event is a very special moment because I meet the people who like my art in really. I enjoy talking and sharing ideas with them. Drawing live is very different. It's free and spontaneous because we don't have a lot of time, so it's very immediately. It's helped me stop thinking too much and let's new supporting, try new supporting new media and creating something new. So it's very interesting. This is the first is one event in south of Italy, is in Sicily. I make the illustration with my iPad for one event, for one social event, and the second with the red T-shirt is an event in Venice, live painting event, the um, music live painting event. And the people, when I finish, the people drawing also on the wall. And to the right is another festival in Italy, live drawing on the paper, especially using ink, black ink. Okay. The
Mattia, it's stuck on a slide. Can you move the slides just to check that they can move?
yeah,
Test move.
I move.
Go backwards a few slides.
Okay, I move. I can try to using Wi-Fi, but my phone is better. I see my phone is better for internet. I can change with the Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
but
Let's try sharing again and see if it does it again. Just try
okay, okay.
and show the live event work.
Sorry, this is internet on holidays.
Yeah, no, we totally understand. It's fine. Good. Yeah, that's what we wanted to see.
Okay, so this is live event on Sicily, and
Yeah.
this is the other live event in Venice to the left, and in again in Italy to the right. You see the fashion illustration?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So for me, the fashion and illustration is very connected. The people I draw always wear clothes that show my personal style and inspiration. And I often think about old movies from 50s. My grandfather used it to show me their film, and in those movies I see the this style, like old man with a cigarette, old man in suit and tie, black suit and tie, The ladies is perfect. You see the slide with the music on the right.
Yeah, the man with the jazz
Show
and the colored pencil with collage.
perfect, perfect. Yes. I really love the collage, and I really love the link with the fashion because I like the old fashion and the old style. I like the music, like jazz, and for me, the illustration and fashion is very connected. I also get ideas from modern fashion magazine, or my drawing show the kind of the clothes and the accessories I like, both for men and women. And on plus, and this is another slide with woman fashion on the center. And collage again for me is like advertising sunglasses or woman fashion. I really love the connection of fashion and illustration. And on plus, I work a lot in fashion during my career. I worked with the brands like Benetton and Fiorucci, and something else small. But in this project is one project for Peterie, the brand for the jacket, and I made the end drawing and lettering, sorry, and lettering for the advertising company. So for me is another opportunity of work, not just inspiration, but uh, um, fashion work with illustration and writing. My current project is I have a lot of project, but the most important for me is going on China, particularly in Hangzhou. Hangzhou, the pronunciations is very difficult, but is in China. This will happen in September and October, 2 months. And during because I have one new agent on China, uh, so is I have the opportunity to going. For me, is very interesting. I have a little scare, but is interesting. And during the time, I will visit a beautiful place and make new artworks for a resident of art. And I will also teach a short course of the Onju Academy of Fine Art, and make a talk. So very a lot experience. Uh, on plus, I will be. My plan is going visit Shanghai, because we have in Shanghai. In Shanghai, we have a lot. I am a lot um, exposition. So for me, it's important to visit Shanghai for see my illustration printed, and take my uh, mm, come si dice? I win, ecco, I win the contest, illustration contest in China. So I gotta go for visit the place and the galleries with my artwork. In this moment, we have my artwork in China without me, and I going in September.
Good.
Yeah, it's very interesting. For the new generation of artists or illustration graphic designer, I say believe in it because is very difficult, but is possible. For me, is possible. Is a dream. Is a work, strange work different with the other works, but is possible and is magic important. So for me is important. Believe in it. And thank you for your time and for your attention. And
Thank,
sorry.
thank you. Yeah, if you want to stop sharing, um, no, it was great to hear your about your journey and your work, and it's nice to hear. You've got a very creative practice, um,
Thank you.
and you use lots of different mediums. It's very playful and fun, um, and we don't see much of that today. Your work makes people probably feel happy, and I think
Thank
that's what's quite nice because a lot of illustration has become very serious. It's lost the fun element, and I think it's good to keep the art and the illustration, and you have quite a nice balance of the two. Um, when I was looking at your work, it reminded me of the Push Pin group with all the famous illustrators of the past, Milton
Yeah,
Glaser, people like that. So I was thinking of that little collective of the Pushpin, and you mentioned about sort of more comics and things like that. So I think and jazz posters, your work really works well, beautifully with that. And I think, we see Jean Julien and people like that doing so well. And it's nice to see other characters in there. And you using pastels uh, gives it a new DNA, which is really cool. And
thank you.
it's lovely to see your work. And, I'd love to see it even bigger, like
Yeah,
really big. Um,
me too. Me too.
Yeah, and I can imagine the portraits being really big, and even you thinking about printmaking as well, using a lot of printmaking because you could bring in lithography, you could bring in lino cuts. You've got a really adaptable work, which is so nice to see. And it's great. It's great. It's fun. It's fresh, and it's happy. So it's nice. It's nice to hear, and I know we were lucky to get you. So I'm grateful that you found the time, and it's great to hear you got an agent in China, which is different. I
Yeah,
I don't know anyone who usually gets a Chinese agent. They might get a worldwide one, and they don't really tend to get much work in China. But your work, I think, because it's very pictorial, it's very story based, it really resonates in China. So I look forward to seeing what you're doing, and hopefully, will people, because we've started sharing your work, will start following you and looking at what you do. Um, and it's great. So I'm trying to keep these talks nice and short, and we know your internet is terrible, but
no,
we've managed to get through it, which,
thank you.
which is very good. So Mattia,
Is
I'm
a
I'm
French
very grateful.
is a French internet holidays.
It's fine, and it shows it's real. This is not fake, which
Okay,
is good. But
thank you.
Thank you for your time and thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to seeing your work more and more. And if I ever am in France or if I'm in Paris or if I'm in Italy, I'll look for you.
Thank you so much for your time and for this opportunity. It's very beautiful. I follow the page of Fida on Instagram. I like the website. It's very colorful. We have a lot of projects, so I hope make one project together with Fida.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and thank you, Patrick. You're very gentleman.
Yes,
And
thank you.
thank you all, thank you all.
Thank you. And we'll speak to you soon. Have a lovely day, Matteo.
Yeah, speak to you soon.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Lovely day. You
Bye bye. Bye bye.
bye.
Bye bye.